There are scientifically proven skills that every great salesperson possesses, bar none. Every salesperson who's great, every salesperson who makes a lot of sales uses these skills in one fashion or another. Now, what I'm going to do in this video is tell you what those skills are. And if you use these skills when you make a sales presentation, you're going to increase the chance of being successful. Your odds are going to go way up. I'm going to tell you what those skills are in this video, and that, my friends, is up next. Welcome back to Over 50 TV. Now, if you're new to our channel and you want to learn how to start, build, and manage a business when you're over 50, then start now by subscribing. And don't forget to click that little bell so that you don't miss anything. Every great salesperson has a bag of skills that they use to make a sale. Now, one of those skills is called credibility. They use the fact that they've had great accomplishments. Maybe they've won awards, they have certificates hanging on the wall, but they use the fact that they've accomplished great things, and they use that very diligently. They never avoid letting you know how great they are, what they've done, what they've accomplished. You know, sometimes what I find is even if they haven't accomplished a great deal of things, they'll still let you know how good they are, how people, the accolades that they get, how people are always telling them about their product and how successful their product is and how it's helped them. But anybody who is a great salesperson has credibility of some sort, and they make sure that you know it. So one thing that you want to do is if you have a particular skill, if you have a particular talent, let people know what you've done. Let them know what your accomplishments are. Another skill that every great salesperson possesses is the ability to make a rapport. You know, a lot of salespeople, I'd say many, if not most salespeople, will come in, sit in front of you, and they'll pitch you, and they'll ask you a question or two, how you doing, how you feeling, and then they immediately get into their pitch. They immediately get into trying to sell you. But a great salesperson doesn't do that. A great salesperson will come in, maybe sit in front of you, stand in front of you, and just start talking to you. You know, how are you? How you doing? Maybe they'll talk about something that they think you're going to relate to. They come into your office and they see a football helmet on your desk for one of your favorite teams, and they'll start talking about that team. Even if they don't know anything about that team, they'll just start talking about it. They'll ask you questions. They'll ask you who your favorite player is. They'll ask you, you know, what the best thing that you remember about the latest game that they played. You know, a salesperson will come in and look at you and try to relate to you. You know, it is proven that we want to buy from somebody who we relate to, somebody we trust, and somebody who has something in common with us, or many things in common with us. You know, somebody who has strived or went down the same road we have. Develop the skill of building a rapport. Develop that skill so that when you sit in front of someone, you can become a friend so that you will increase your chance of being successful. Another skill that great salespeople have is that they are givers. And in some circles, it's called reciprocity. But regardless of what you call it, a great salesperson is somebody who is going to give you something, whether it's a free product or even a free service. And the thing about a great salesperson when they're giving is that they make it seem natural, and they make it seem like they really care about you and that they want to help you, and that's why they're giving you this free product or service. And you know, years ago I sat with a salesperson. She worked for a national organic food broker, and she was sitting in front of a customer, another woman, and I watched her do this reciprocity. I watched her be a giver. And what she did is she happened to notice that the person that she was sitting in front of had a little color in her hair, and it was a little bit of a gray. And so the salesperson, she reached down into her bag and she pulled out this product, and natural organic product, and she handed it to her potential customer and said, "Hey, why don't you try this? I think this will help you." And the woman looked at her, and I remember her looking at her and thinking, you know, she had a little smile on her face, and of course, she took the product and she thanked her. She made it seem so natural, and she made it seem like she really cared. That is the best example of somebody who is a giver that I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of people giving away free products, but doing it so that it seems natural, doing it so it seems like you really care, or you do care and you want to really help them. This person, it was natural for this person. And that's how she helped to build a rapport, and that's how she built relationships, and it's how she became a top salesperson, by giving. And giving is a great way to build a relationship. Giving is a great way to build trust. Great salespeople are excellent at using social proof to persuade a customer to buy their product or service. And social proof is a term that was coined by a professor at Arizona State University. His name was Robert Cialdini, and he wrote a book called Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. He wrote that book in 1984. And the premise of social proof is that people will copy the actions of others, especially if they can relate to those people. And you see this all the time. This social proof term is used by marketers. And a classic example that I can give you is, I remember as a little kid, as a boy, I was going by a McDonald's restaurant, and I always saw a sign. McDonald's always used the phrase "a million hamburgers sold" or "a billion hamburgers sold," but they always let you know that millions of people were buying their product. And the herd mentality would be that, hey, if 1 million people are buying that product, I should try it too. So social proof is used by great salespeople all the time to persuade people to buy their product or service. Now, the last skill I'm going to tell you about today is called the scarcity tactic. And it's a skill that salespeople use all the time. And of course, you see it in commercials, you see it on signs, you see it in billboards, where people will say a limited amount or a deadline coming up, that buy it now before the sales period expires, or buy it now before we run out. There's only a few on the shelf. The scarcity tactic is used all the time. And if you've ever had a salesperson sitting in front of you, chances are you've seen and witnessed this tactic. Well, they'll say, well, if you want to buy this car, you better buy it today because the sale ends at the end of the month. Or if you go into a store and you see little signs on the shelf, what they call shelf talkers, and a shelf talker might say, they'll give a price and say, offer expires such and such a date or time. The scarcity tactic is one of the 5 tactics that a lot of salespeople use, great salespeople use all the time. But the most important thing when you're using when the salesperson uses these skills and uses these tactics, is to make it seem natural, to be natural, to sit in front of a person, to build that rapport with them, to make them your friend, to make them to want to work with you, to use the social proof to your advantage, to let them know how many people are buying this product and it's a great product. But the skills that I've outlined to you today, if you use them, if you develop them, if you make them seem natural, you'll be a success. If you like anything you've heard, I hope you'll subscribe to our channel. And if you want to learn how to build, if you want to learn how to start, and if you want to learn how to manage a business when you're over 50, then you do need to subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little bell so that you don't miss anything. And as always, I want to thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to meeting you and talking to you again soon. Thank you.